Hey, it's Candice Quinn with the Contract Hack, and today I am here to tell you 15 reasons why starting your own law firm may just be the life hack that you need to be satisfied and happy in your career again. If you're watching this, you're probably stuck in a miserable job. Maybe you're in big law and your soul is just getting sucked away by all of the time and effort that you are putting into matters that really don't give you any satisfaction whatsoever. Or perhaps you're at a mid-level firm where the partners are sucking away the credit for everything that you're doing and you can't swim upstream fast enough to get anywhere. Maybe you're in-house and you realize you hit the ceiling unless you want to become a GC and you're just not interested in that much work and effort. So today I want to talk to you about something that might sound really terrifying, but actually could be just the hack that you need to find happiness again. This isn't for everyone, but if you're already unhappy, what do you have to lose exactly? So today I'm going to share 15 reasons why starting your own firm might just be the hack you didn't know you needed. Number 1, you get to keep what you kill. And this seems really obvious, but not everyone thinks this through. Rather than giving up a percentage of the revenue to admins and to other partners and just the overhead of a large firm, if you have your own firm, then you get to keep what you kill and you get to decide where that overhead does go rather than the firm deciding for you. At a firm, you might be billing at $500 an hour, but your salary might only be $150,000. Who's pocketing that difference? Well, it's the partners. It is going right into their pocket and you have no hope of ever seeing that money. When you have your own firm, all of that money is yours and you get to decide what happens to it. Number 2, you get to control your schedule. So if you want to take every Friday off, you can take every Friday off. Maybe you decide you want to coach your kids' soccer team. Well, you get to do that every Wednesday if that's what's important to you. If you need a mental health day because you're burned out, just take it. No one's going to hold you accountable except for you. 3, no more toxic bosses. If you're watching this, I'm pretty sure that you've probably had or seen a toxic boss. Well, when you're your own boss, only you can be the toxic one, and don't do that. That's not cool. So you get to avoid all of the toxic work culture when you have your own firm. Number 4, you get to choose your clients. No more working with the screamer or the crier or the unstable person that threatens to sue you. You get to choose who you want to help and who you don't. And that is freedom. You also get to say no to the work that mentally drains you so that you can keep your mental sanity and work on the matters that you enjoy. Number 5, you get to control your growth. There's no predetermined path here. You can get as big or stay as tiny as you want. If you always want to be a solo and do everything yourself because you like control and you enjoy having the variety, then you can do it. If you want to grow, add staff, add other partners, or bring in other attorneys, you can do that too. It's up to you and you get to make those decisions. Number 6, there's actually lower overhead in having your own firm than you might think. Today, you don't need a fancy office. You don't need a ton of staff or any staff at all. You can do so much from Zoom and remotely. And honestly, it's a big cost savings and a big reason why opening your firm has never been more accessible than it is today. Number 7, you can specialize in what you love. So if what you love is helping consumers, then you can go ahead and start that bankruptcy practice. If you love doing estates and trusts, well, you can do that. Or you can focus on doing mergers and acquisitions and representing businesses. It's all up to you and what you love. And there's no roadblocks or paths that you can't go down. Number 8, work-life balance is real. When you're on your own, the only person you have to answer to is yourself and your clients, and maybe a court if that applies. So you can really control your own schedule and control how much you work each day. If you have a client heavy day where you're meeting a lot, then maybe you're not doing any other substantive work, and that's okay. You get to make those decisions. There's no arbitrary billable hour requirement when you have your own firm. It's all about just making enough money so you can live and support yourself, which leads me into number 9. There's no billable hour requirement, which is amazing if you currently have one. Imagine what your life would look like without billing it in 6-minute increments forever and ever. That sounds like freedom to me. I would jump all over that. But how can I avoid billing when I still have to bill my clients? Well, that's easy. You can offer alternative fee arrangements. Rather than the billable model, you can offer value-based billing or flat fee billing. It's all up to you to decide. You could also pick a practice area where you might get contingency fees or where flat fees are much more applicable, like bankruptcy. Number 10. You're building equity in your own business, not in someone else's. So any days you do work extra hard or weekends or nights that you decide to work, you are building that equity in yourself, for yourself and your family. You are not putting it in someone else's pockets or building someone else's business that they can retire on. This means that if you want to walk away, you probably will have a book of business that you can sell and make some money on, which is also a great investment instead of just quitting a job and walking away with nothing. Number 11, you have flexibility for life changes. Do you want to have a baby? Maybe you have a sick family member that you want to step away and take some time to care for. Well, you have the flexibility to do that. You can ramp up or ramp down as needed to accommodate life's changes. You're not at the mercy of some partner who doesn't care about your life outside of the office. Number 12, you get to set the culture. No more relying on the partners and what mood they're in for how the office is going to feel that day. No more walking around on eggshells because the grumpy guy is there. You get to determine what the culture is and you get to set your mood for the day. So do as you see fit. Number 13, opening your own firm means that you can recession-proof your career. This is something that a lot of people don't talk about, but when you're an employee, you are in a much more volatile position than when you are a business owner. As a business owner, you can weather the ups and downs of the market by cutting back on expenses or decreasing your draw from the business. But when you're an employee, you are subject to potential layoffs and other business tactics to reduce overhead and save costs during a recession. You also don't have to worry about a merger of your firm or company leading to the loss of your job or any other types of pivots or readjustments that your employer might do. 14, it is easier than it has ever been to start your own firm. The barriers are smaller and it is so much easier to get started today. You don't need a law library. You can do with a few subscriptions, maybe even some free ones. There's so many affordable cloud options for the software that you need to run your firm. It's quite frankly amazing. Even from when I opened my firm in 2010, the choices now are just mind-blowing. Number 15. You might actually like practicing law again, and you might actually love it again. Shh, don't tell anyone. Having your own firm might help you remember why you went to law school in the first place and may open a lot of doors to find your happiness again. When you're not buried under the BS of an office culture or the partner's needs, you might actually find that just helping clients really gives you a lot of satisfaction and you can actually dig in and enjoy what you're doing rather than just surviving. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, starting your own firm is scary and it's hard. There will be tough months, lean months, you'll doubt yourself, but if you're already miserable, what do you have to lose? You might as well try something different and see how that goes for you. And it's a good thing to add on your resume because it gives you not just more legal experience, but it gives you business management experience. And that is really valuable, especially if you're going to pivot in-house after having your own firm. The attorneys who make it as a solo practitioner, they're not the ones with fancy degrees or who had all the opportunities. They're the scrappy ones, the ones doing what they need to do to hack their career. They're the ones who are tired of building someone else's dream and want to work on their own. I'm Candice Quinn, and I'm here offering all the other scrappy attorneys hacks so that they can feel successful in their career again and maybe even find happiness. So if you would like to set up a call with me to discuss your career strategy, go ahead and click on the link in the pinned comment or the description below. And for now, I will see you later. Bye, hackers.